Hey there everyone, Professor Hatter. I'm doing Swup videos again. Couldn't do it yesterday on actual Sunday because I wasn't clothing at Fresh Time. I was at my new Best Buy job, training and shadowing for the day. Pretty much just standing around. It felt kind of useless, to be honest. I mean, it was good for training purposes to watch the other guys, actually sell. But at some point, it was kind of, do I really need to be shadowing, this long for a day? I feel kind of useless. Customers are coming up to me like, hey, can you help me? Nope, I can't. I could, but I don't know anything really. Maybe I should try to help out, just to see, how to get into the actually helping out people. Yes, I am always late for work, and don't you forget it. Tonight's beverage of choice is water. Way better than anything Sergio drinks, Major League Hats drinks on his podcast. This stuff is like gold. So, yeah, whatever Sergio's drinking for his podcast, it's not as good as this stuff. Yes, Best Buy still has Geek Squad. My discount is kind of limited. First of all, I don't get a discount until after 30 days of being employed. So for sure I won't get a discount for Black Friday. For the holiday season, for the Christmas season, probably, we'll see. Because I've been on the floor, but I've been in training, but I haven't been actually selling. I don't have a uniform yet. So I don't know if I'm like officially. I don't feel official. I mean, I've been hired, but I don't feel official really. Sergio drinks oil. So yeah. So I was at training yesterday for Best Buy, and Sergio had his podcast for Friday, or no, for Sunday night. So going back, so the discount, I can only get on like some certain items. There's like kind of small items. I can't get a discount on anything Apple. So far, no hats, which is kind of unfortunate. And I'm pretty sure there are no hats because hats are disallowed on the floor, which is really a shame. Because, this could really spark a conversation. This kind of hat, this 90s hat, could really spark a conversation with the customer. Either, hey, that's an interesting hat. Like, oh, well, what computer are you looking for? So no hats, I think. Maybe I'll make a custom one and get sued for it. That'd be cool. It's like I can't get any discounts on Apple products, which I kind of assumed already. I've checked for PlayStations. Nope. Big items, laptops, no. TVs, usually not. Pretty much no. Like the little things, like a portable hard drive, some cables, some camera accessories that could help my studio here. Those I can get. There's some nice mics I can pick up, and some tripods I can get. So those will be nice. Those I can get a discount for. And if all goes okay tomorrow when I apply for a Best Buy gift card, credit card, I'll probably walk out with a new iPad tomorrow. We'll see how that works out. So yeah, been busy doing all that, and so whoever on here, if it's J38 or Aaron C, thank you both for joining in. No one's here now, fantastic. But if you're watching the replay or you're watching live, let me know. Did I freak you out? How much of a heart attack did you have when you saw my Instagram posts? When you saw my Instagram posts about my Golden Knights 950 snapback and my Vegas 51s 59 and 50 fitted. How did you feel when you saw those two hats in the trash? And then my Vegas Hockey Adidas hat, and then my 51s dad hats, brand 47. How much of a heart attack did you have? Because I had a lot of people freaking out where they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you throwing them away? I'll take them. I'll take them." And Sergio offered to take them off my hands and cut them up for anatomy. I think that might be therapeutic. That might help, but it. So yes, so you might not understand the context. So maybe I've said this before. I think I said this in another video, but oh no, I didn't break it. No, I kind of did. No, I didn't. So the foundation, I've said this in many videos. The foundation of my hat collection is hats that I want to wear and have a meaning to me. I'm a very sentimental person. Things have connection to me. Like my bow tie collection I have, I can remember, I wore that bow tie for this event. I wore that bow tie, for a job interview, and talking about the individual things that I wear, or like little things that I own that I have sentimental connection to. And same thing with hats, where hats, originally before I was expanding in my collection, hats would have a purpose that connect to a thing that that I'm a part of, a place like a location or like a school, a city, or someone. So that was based, that's why I got hats. And my Vegas hats, had a girl that I was into, and she was from Vegas, and got dumped November 1st of last year, so kind of my therapeutic way year later was to throw the hats away. I took them out of the trash. Actually, they were there for about 2 days. I just threw those hats in the trash, trying to, get my mind off of things, trying to, and I was at Best Buy training that day, so that helped keep my mind off of things. So, it was the long, arduous ordeal, still working through, in a way. So, yeah. So, I owned those, so the Golden Knight hats are counted in my collection. Originally, or for a while, I didn't have my 4 Vegas hats and another hat. I had 5 hats that were not counted in my collection. I owned them, but I didn't count them in my collection. So to this day, the two 51 hats are not counted in my collection, along with a University of Chicago Law School hat. Those 3 hats I do own, but are not counted in my collection officially. So I know that Sergio, some people might say like, oh, well, you gotta count your hats in your collection. Well, Major League Hats has a lot of hats that he doesn't count in his collection. It's up to each hat collector, each hat owner, to set the standard for how hats are defined in their collection and how many they actually have. I mean, like with Sergio and many other people out there, only consider, fitted hats like their hats in their collection. They might have like a few, snapbacks. They might have a dad hat. They might have something non-fitted or 50-on-50 fitted because they're specific. They might have 40 fitted hats, 40 59-50 hats, and 70 dad hats. And if they count those fitted hats in their collection, that's their collection. So it might seem odd, but that's just how it is. You really can't judge how someone collects their hats in that kind of aspect, how they count hats like that. Speaking of snapbacks here, today is the 3-year anniversary of the Chicago Cubs parade and ceremony for winning the World Series. Now, I was actually at the parade. I will post a picture up somewhere on Instagram. The pictures that I took, and I've talked about this many times. I've talked in my hat history lecture videos about going to the parade, telling my history professor on Wednesday morning, as the Cubs were going to go to Game 7 in Cleveland, I told my professor in front of the whole lecture hall class, I'm like, Professor, with an actual professor, it's not leather. It's actually, it kind of feels like leather, but it's not leather. So it's an interesting material. If you can hear it, it's got a scratch to it. So I in class, in the lecture hall, I'm like, Professor, I'm not going to be here on Friday, because we had Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. And he said, what do you mean you're not going to be here Friday? Well, Cubs are going to win the World Series tonight, and as scheduling tradition goes, team wins the championship, and about 2 days later, they celebrate. They have their big parade, their ceremony. So I'm going to be downtown. I'm going to be at Wrigley watching the parade. Because I knew I was not going to get to Wrigley to celebrate, with everyone at Wrigley, the Cubs winning the World Series. It was a rainy night in Chicago, and it also rained in Cleveland too. But I really wanted to be there, but it just was not the right kind of situation, circumstances to go down to Wrigley. So I went Friday. I went to Skokie, took the yellow line to the red line, as most suburbanites do, to get to Wrigley, and watched the Cubs raise the trophy. Watched Epstein on the double-decker buses raise the trophy. It's fantastic. I really liked how the parade was supposed to kick off at 10 o'clock, but things weren't working the right way, so the parade actually kicked off at like 10:40-ish, and people were pissed. They're like, it's 10:15. They said it was going to start at 10 o'clock. Where is the team? I'm like, guys, we waited 108 years for a World Series win. I think we can wait an extra 15, 20 minutes for the guys to come out with the dang trophy. I think we can wait an extra few minutes. Jeez. I mean, Cubs fans, we're impatient. We're patient, but once we get what we want, we're impatient as heck. So yeah. So, 3-year anniversary. I went to the parade, and I had work that night, and it would have been a massive effort to get to Grant Park, because it was pretty much either, I'm sure most other people have had this experience of, you either get a good view of the parade or you get a good view at the ceremony. You can't do both. Like, you could, but you'd have to sacrifice, and most likely you'd sacrifice a good view at the ceremony. So yeah, and I usually bring at least 2-3 hats per night to work, and the other hat I brought tonight was my Utah Jazz NBA draft hat, based off of the NBA City 1.0 hats. The only difference is they have these weird side patches. Low profile, really nice, and it's a 7 3/8. It's a little tight, but it's not that tight. But because it's the bent brim, the low profile, it stretches out just a bit, where it is a little tight, but not like, oh my god, I'm going to have a freaking aneurysm, like I'm going to lose blood to the brain. So really nice pattern and the fading there. So I do have a new Utah Jazz hat on the way, so Vinny will supply that hat when it comes through. He's my hat mule. I ship all my hats to him, and I get him monster drinks and coffees from McDonald's, or compensate him, and it works out. So if you're watching the replay, thanks for stopping by. Thank you to J38 and Aaron C for stopping by. I'm almost done. I'm starting to finish up my filming and some edits for my White Sox history talk, the 1919 White Sox World Series scandal. So I'm almost done with it. It's getting close, actually, so that's surprising. So please stay tuned for that. gonna be a really great video, I think. Actually, it's gonna be like at least 2 videos. I might make it into 2 or 3 parts. We'll see, because some of these segments are really long that I'm filming, so I need to. Yeah, low crown. Low crowns. I love low crown fitted hats. It's a nice medium of a fitted feel and the brim of a dad hat. I love low crowns. Um, and I know, yeah, it was J38. Yeah, you sent me the low crown Baltimore Orioles hat. So yeah, low crowns are my favorite. And usually when I get a fitted hat, because these are snapbacks, I have that brim bender. You can't really bend snapback brims. That's stupid. Doesn't work. So, again, stay tuned for my White Sox video. It's coming up soon-ish. In the next week, it's going to be really good. So watch for those video drops. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good day, everyone.